I know I am a big man, and I come correct. I have curves like the coal-powered locomotive. They who come to me for friendship, the others they will run in fear. I do not respect the width. No mere man is chosen by the width, but when it calls for you, you must come. In service, in agreeance, in obedience. That is the way. That is the way. That is the way. That is the way.
Who is going to ride a 7 wide deck, period? Regardless of who makes it.
Okay. First impressions, this thing is ginormous. Dude, look at how big this thing is.
You guys could offer me like $100 to fit through that rail and I still wouldn't do it.
You think 7 wide's necessary?
Necessary.
For me personally, I don't think I could ever ride it.
Pathetic. I think the 7's a good idea for like a dad that wants to cruise with his kid, but like for tricks, it just takes so much muscle. We need a 6x21. Still waiting for a company to do that.
It feels so weird. Is 7 wide necessary?
Like if you miss a 50, I don't know what to tell you.
I still wouldn't do it. You guys could offer me like $100 to fit through that rail and I still wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Shout out to Zach Poon. Can't 50 on a 6.6.
Thanks so much for tuning into another video here on my channel, guys. I really appreciate you still watching after all these years of me being on YouTube. Quick plug, podtrappers.com. Get yourself some scooter bits. The pandemic's been rough on us all, and we want to help you save some coin whilst also prolonging our scooter careers. Podtrappers.com, new, used, and rare scooter parts. Link in description. Back to the vid. So I recently got given the 7 wide by North Scooters. Very excited to be riding it at the moment, testing it out. We've come a very long way since the scootering started. You know, we started out on like the 3.5 wides and now we are literally double that size. So very, very cool to be part of the movement. All right, cheers North, appreciate you. Video review coming. Indeed, full review coming. And that's this video. A biased review only says the supposed pros of it will be uploaded and so he can talk you all into buying a deck that will last you a month. That is most certainly not my style, and this will be no different. There's even things on the Elite deck that I don't like, you know? He won't say a single bad thing about it. Watch to the end. Smash like, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Today we're looking at the North 7 wide deck. Yes, you heard me say that right. 7 inches in width. That's a lot of girth. I'm really excited to check out this product. It's been a long time coming. I was a pioneer of the 6 wide. I had the first ever signature 6 wide deck released to the scooter market ever. That was me. Now we at 7 inches. Madness. People said 6 was too big. People are saying the same about the 7. So I'm here to settle the discourse. And is it fun to ride? Does it ride nice? Is it bad? Will it snap? We will find out. I have been riding this for about 3 weeks now. Unlike every other store on the planet, literally just unboxes these things and rides it once for their review. This is the official scoot review of the North 7 wide deck.
I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix.
Right here I have my own pro model from Elite Scooters. Now this is measuring in at 5.7 by 23. Up until 6 or so months ago, this would be classed as a pretty reasonably wide deck. It's just above 5.5, not quite 6. It's right in between. It's a hybrid model. And it has a sweet graphic, no? This is the 7 wide. The box alone is speaking in waves. I got the 23 long. They also make a 23.5. You can grab that one if you have a massive cock. Probably need a set of meatballs to go with it because this thing is big. It's really, really, really big. My judgment based on its architecture is looking similar to that of a Siren deck from Aztec. The head tube is somewhat similar but has the different cutout on the front. It's ready to roll both 24 and 30 wide wheels, however will not run 12mm standard. Golden deck plugs, these are great, good accessibility. Auto lock, so no need for a socket. You're sweet with these, they're good, like them. Now I understand that the flexi brake and the plastic brakes aren't for everybody, but they're definitely for me. I really like my tire taps, and this, once you've obviously modded a brake onto it, is fantastic for that. I do love a 23-inch deck because of that reason, you know, the more length, you can sit a little bit further back and sort of extend the arms more. It's just a little bit more comfortable, in my own personal opinion.
It feels so weird.
The head tube angle.
It feels so weird. Like you can see, like I hit there, where usually I'd hit like the middle, just because I like lagged.
Every bri flip feels like I'm churning butter.
You're never missing arm day on this scooter. Like it's actually a workout.
It's like I'm holding a rope swing, swinging small children into a lake. You pull and barely anything happens.
I'm just gonna go like this!
Here's some raw footy of my first experience trying to just do a simple buttercup. Quick overhead on the guy. There's one thing it's bad for, it's the overhead. I'll try to hit the buttercup, but...
How long is that?
23? Yeah. Oh my god. So if scooter brake can do it on a 7-wide, I mean, there's really no excuses, is there? Yeah, I made it look nice in the end, but... boy. Stamina depleted. If you are exclusively riding ledges and rails, this is the deck for you. You know, if you are just rocking grind after grind after grind after grind, this is where you need to be at. Because the thing, it locks in. It feels so great. There's so much deck for you to land on, do your foot stuff with, your footworks and whatnot. It eliminates a lot of toe dragging, a lot of heel dragging, because when you actually land on it, it's so hard to miss. Barrett, you gotta get the trick around. It's harder to get it round and get it under the feet, but once it's there... Oh, wow. Oh, what? Oh my fucking god. Sometimes the lock, however, could be a little bit too aggressive. I found that the back feeble to tail whip just... oh, I don't know why this trick is being a problem for me. I had the front feebs at double heel, but the feebs double, there's so much locking in. You know what I mean? So you gotta fly way past the ledge and then start passing the whips. I'll figure it out. Oh God.
Not the sound you want to hear.
Every time I go up the wall, it feels like my bars are coming out. Headset wobble. I would normally blame the fork and the clamp and the bar combination, but if I'm being completely honest, this was coming loose very quickly and I use the same exact fork, bar, and clamp on all my other setups. Stays tighter a lot longer. Barrett, it comes loose, don't get me wrong, you know, the scooter always comes loose after maybe 2 sessions or halfway through the 3rd, it's really, you know, starting to bother me. But this is like 10 tricks and creaking. Also, giving a quick shout out to Alex Crow. He helped me shoot all these clips at Vic.
Yo, what's good? I'm Alex. I also make videos. My channel will be like right here. Go sub. I upload when I feel like it.
And here's the bri flip. Oh, bruh. Right. We're making treks. It's time for a snack. Time for a change of location.
When you let me down, I feel some type of way. When you let me down, I feel some type of way.
It's so comfortable to ride. Being a big guy, big rider, big shoes, high handlebars, you know, you need that concave, and it's just a nice feeling deck. You can feel everything underneath you. It has great concave, and when you step on it, it's just something you haven't felt before. It's fresh, it's new, it's nice, it's refreshing, and opens up your trick book to more tricks. So I wasn't even playing the 5.0 game, wasn't even playing the Predator game until last week, and then this thing just, oh mate, you can just try and try stuff, and you'll almost always lock in or get close. One of the cons of this though is the deck is obviously so big that when it does hit you, woo, look out, it hurts.
Oh, baby!
Something else I bet you're worried about is the weight.
I've had a 666, I've had a 6, I've had a 5.5. We don't need any more. We need a 6x21. Still waiting for a company to do that.
As you can see, it's got a lot more girth. And I would be lying to you if I was saying that this wasn't a heavy deck. I mean, it's not heavy, but it's heavier. But in saying that, this is obviously not marketed towards the demographic who is worried about having a lightweight deck or not.
Like, if you're trying to do a bunch of tricks on it, then I'd say it might not be necessary.
You either want to ride mad circular handrails, cruise the streets, just have real nice flow. Even riding bowl, I'd say, is another great thing this is definitely made for.
It's hard to say. There's obviously people that are more comfortable with bigger scooters. Like, I'm used to lighter scooters. Me personally, no.
I feel like this is just showing the age of most scooter riders. Like, they're all still stuck on the, I want to just fling it around my head 50 times a day. Like,
Alex is saying, like, for any parent that's bringing their kid to the skate park and they want to just cruise around with them, this is like a really good cruise scooter.
I think the 7's a good idea for like a dad that wants to cruise with his kid, but like for tricks, it just takes so much unnecessary muscle.
I think the integrity of the deck itself is, you know, fantastic. No complaints there. For the record, I weigh 81 kilograms and I'm 6'2". How tall are you? I don't like the head tube angle. It's honestly a little too close to the ground. You know, it's so wide that if you land on a certain angle, especially after like a front lip on a ledge, you know, you're kind of like landing sideways, a little bit boofy, a little bit sketch. Ooh, it's over for you. But yeah, ultimately, I rate it. I don't hate it. You'll see how long I ride it for on Instagram, and that will pretty much tell the tale. The deck's official title is the Horizon XL, and as I mentioned, comes 7x23 and 7x23.5. Compare that to all the current manufacturers around the world who are all measuring between 4.8, let's say 5.5 as a really generous margin. These guys are way outside of that field, and this is marketed to a whole different ballpark of scooter riders.
I think this is only necessary, and it only makes sense if you have 30 wides. If you're riding this with 24 mils.
30 mil wheels on this, but because of the size of the scooter, it just looks like regular wheels.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running this without 30 wides, you're pretty crazy. Definitely get rid of the 24s. It's time to step it up. If you're worried about that earlier point too, about catching the edges of the deck on the floor, maybe step it up to a 120mm model of a 30 wide. I know Ballast has one out there. Eagles do 115s, which might be enough. I'll let you decide.
Do you think 7 wide's necessary?
For me personally, I don't think I could ever ride it.
The Les review thesis is like, is it necessary? Is it necessary? I don't think is 7 wide necessary a reasonable question. I reject the premise of your question. I don't think it's the right question to be asking. It's, where does the 7 wide belong? It belongs here. Don't get me wrong, man. It's so nice. It's fun. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but things have to progress. North is just making a statement with this large deck. Honestly, I like it. It makes all the riding that you've already practiced, you know, a little bit more difficult, but opens the door to new avenues of scootering that you couldn't actually take part in before. Let's talk about the blunt zone, the crook spot. On my bone deck, you can see it's just fully flat. The North has an ever so slight but steady curve along its front face. And the Elite almost has a combination of the two. But which one's better? There isn't really an answer to that question. What you like is what you like, and there's plenty of space to do the tricks in question, crooks, blunts, and so on and so forth. Getting a 7 wide is like getting a learning board for those kind of moves, and then you'll take it down. In contest, if you were a street rider, right, I would encourage you to train on a big scooter. You know, get all those tricks, get your lock-ins and all that down to the T, and then jump back on an inch thinner, like a 6 wide. Take that into contest and you'll be able to toss it around with ease because it's that much more lighter than the 7 wide. But training on the 7 wide, I think, is the sweet spot. I jump on my 6 wide and I throw it around like it's a little toy. These boys are saying it's heavy, it's heavy, it's heavy. Where? Ride it more than once, you dingus.
You're in my class, not the other way around. I know everything, and you know nothing.
The deck ends. They hold up just fine. The stern face of the 6 Bones deck is pretty similar. It has a bit more of a Robloxy look, Minecraft thing. The North is nice and curved. It's got a real nice look to it. I like the gold, although it doesn't really go with any aftermarket parts. Most riders of this scooter will be, you know, having stealth colorways, black, chrome. So this works. The Elite is obviously the most different, as the deck plugs on the Elite are totally welded into the deck. They are not replaceable. They're irreplaceable, baby, which isn't too great. I personally haven't gone through any of the 5.7 deck plugs, or deck ends rather, but that's probably because I was not 5.0ing this scooter. I have only just picked up the 5.0 through riding the 7.
They don't want you to have this power. They see your future with this tool at hand.
If I'm doing Palpatine if you don't get it.
Come, my child, to the dark side. You must break through the fog of lies.
The Jedi.
Seriously, for what this deck is, it hit every mark it was supposed to. The back blunt, if you saw the back blunt, right? That clip alone is all that needs to be said about this deck. I love it. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. This thing is just such a slick ride. I feel so cozy on it. It is such a good ride. It whips nice, it's balanced well, and it's so wide and has such great concave that your feet are just stuck to it. You know, you could grind pretty much anything you want. It's great on a handrail, you know. It's all about adaptation. You can take all the tricks that you can do onto this deck, provided you're not a softie. It feels so versatile. You're not just limited to grinds. There is plenty more to do on this deck outside of grinding. But I think for me, the biggest thing about it is the feel. It's all about the feel for me. And if I feel good on this scooter, then I'm gonna stay riding it, you know what I mean? If it feels really good underneath me, sweet. I think maybe the headset was just settling it a little bit. It seems to be alright now. All in all, if we were rating this on a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, I'd give it a solid 9.1. It's pretty fantastic. Looks like we're coming up to some more clips on the timeline, but another version of me will be back to finish this up. I guess my final thoughts on this deck are that I'm really excited that there's something new out there. Something that's changing what scootering is and really pushing its own agenda, making a statement, and just is providing this whole new wavelength of scootering. Ultimately, I really hope this video has helped you make a decision. I say go for it, man. Give it a whirl, because it's totally new. And fuck what everyone's saying about, oh, it's too heavy, oh, it's scary big, oh, I think it's too long. Like, nah. Go have a go and give it a proper run. Quick final shout out to North. Thanks so much for the deck. It's been amazing. And yeah, looking forward to continue riding it. So thank you so much. It's been your boy FinSB. That's another video done for me. Hope you guys liked it. If you do, smash the like button, share it around, because that would really mean a lot. All right, I'm going to put on my pads and my helmet and do some kicklesses. Peace.
Fuck.